Hi, my name is Cheryl, and I'm from Somerville, South Carolina. And what I'd like to make sure that everybody remembers that all of the veterans, the military that's currently fighting, and the ones that we've lost, are the ones that fought for us to be able to be here for our Second Amendment. Please make sure that you congratulate them every time you see them. Make sure that you help the families that have lost them, and make sure that we're all there to say, you know what, thank you for giving us the opportunity for our Second Amendment.
I wasn't going to get up here, but I want to get up here now. That was my daughter.
Heck yeah.
Guys, don't tell me that if you don't train your kids to understand what America was for, and I'm not a politician either. I'm a Christian, I'm a dad, I'm an ex-military Army veteran. But that girl right there is what I got my hopes in. If we don't teach them how we got this country, guys, it's over. And what worries me is if you go to the colleges today, they're not here. They don't think that they need that. Guys, I want to tell you, I'm sitting here today so you guys can, look at here. I'm empty. I don't have anything there, just like what we're talking about. If I'm not here, I've got it with me. If she's with me, it's my job to protect her. Not the country, not the president. It's my job. Guys, one thing I wanted to say is one thing we hadn't talked about today. It's really bothered me when you hear the other side talk about Connecticut. How many out here was brokenhearted and cried their eyes out when them kids got murdered? But you know what? Not one time did I get mad about what kind of gun he used. I can tell you, if you're like me, I wanted to get my hands on him before he did die.
Heck yeah.
Because you know what's so sad? If you look, we don't even talk about him. He was gone the second he pulled the trigger. He's not been in the news, nothing. All we went to was straight to the guns. And guys, I want to tell you, we are here for those kids. I'm so tired of hearing them say that the gun people don't care about people. That's ridiculous. I'm going to tell you what them kids needed and what they expected and what we're not giving them. They should have had a man like us standing in front of that school going, you ain't coming in here and killing our kids.
Heck yeah.
I'm tired of them acting like, here's what I tell my buddies at work. They act like if we take away the guns, all the evil, sinful people will go down to the boys club and we'll teach a little league ball team because they ain't nobody to kill because they can't find anything. Guys, that's crazy.
Idiot.
I was reading this, all of us was on the internet. I was reading in the 50s, 40s, 50s, there was a guy in Germany, they couldn't have their guns, so he got him an insecticide can, filled it full of gas, went into the school and lit it up and used it like a flamethrower. Why aren't we talking about Oklahoma? Here's what I said originally. Thank God that little boy, and that's what he looked like, just a little boy. Thank God he didn't get on the internet and learn how to make a bomb and go blow the whole school up. Because guys, that's the problem. It's not guns. That's why we got to redirect this discussion. It's evil people.
Yeah.
If you don't believe, I'm going to say this. If you don't believe there's really demons in this world, how could anybody kill 20 precious kids?
Yeah.
So for all, you know what, that's what bothers me. The other side, I seen some lady with an abortion thing. The other side will be the first to say, take away the gun so we quit killing people. They're the ones that support abortion.
Yeah.
That's the person
50 million babies murdered.
No voice. Yeah. But guys, I wasn't going to get up here, but I'm so proud of that kid right there. She's in college. She's in her third year of college, North Carolina University. And you know what? I got my hopes and dreams. I'm just to be an old man one day. That's the kids right there that we want to grow up and keep us in the same country we growed up in.
Heck yeah.
She deer hunts, and I promise you right now, don't mess with her because she can shoot a Glock like you ain't never saw. Guys, I'll give it back to him, but I wasn't going to get up, but then I realized, you know what, I am too. I'm ashamed of all my buddies. And if I'm on TV right now, I want to say to all my deer hunting buddies, all my buddies that shoot at the range with me, shame on you for not being here.
Yeah.
When I got here, we tried to get here 2 hours early. I'm from Anderson, South Carolina. So we wanted to get here by 10 because I said there's no telling how far we'll have to park away from the cabin. You where I'm parked? Right there on that side road. So guys, let's get out there and do it because this country, we are this country. I've heard a lot of good stuff up here today. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to give up on my country. And if you look at my signs, every one of them's got an American flag. Good for you. I'm an American. I'm not giving my country up to the other side. We're going to take it back because if we stand up, he's fixing to ignite his groups. But guys, we got to come out here and support our rights and our gun rights. And at the end of the day, it's not about killing people. It's not like I heard. If I got it, you know I got it, or don't know I got it, you just don't know. And then at that point, that gives me the advantage. So I do want to end on all of us out here, guys. I know y'all did. I'm still praying for those families in Connecticut. But it makes me sick that the NRA came out and said, put the people in the schools to protect them now. Guys, there's some evil man out there right now already contemplating the next one. And that's what's going to happen. Because our government's sitting here whining about throwing our guns away. When I'm the ex-military guy, train me, put me in the schools part-time. I'll do whatever I can do to help. Thank God bless y'all.
How we doing today? Thanks, kid. Good to be y'all. First, I just want to give a thanks to all our men and women in uniform out there and police officers that put their life on the line. And also brave Americans like us that believe in the United States Constitution that want to fix things. But this president, in his administration, ever since he's gotten into office, he's talked about hope and change. Him and all the rest of them. Well, they can hope and change, maybe kicked out of office or maybe thrown in jail. And not once during this whole gun debate have they mentioned Chicago, Illinois. It's where Barack Obama's district was when he was a senator. So we don't want, most people, I'd say, people that believe in the Constitution don't want him to be president. He can take his sorry self back to Chicago. That'll work too.
You're ready to bomb.
So I guess I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out here and supporting the Second Amendment. I'm a proud NRA member, also a concealed weapons permit holder. So y'all take care. God bless. Hello, my name is Greg Murphy. I'm from Chapin, South Carolina. My daughter Darcy is down here. I'd just like to say that I spent 10 years in the Marine Corps. But anyway, I support the Second Amendment, and a whole 10 years I was in the Marine Corps. I fought for people's rights, for people to be free. I believed in that my whole life. My father was in the Marine Corps, my grandfather, two brothers, and we fought 3 different wars. Okay? I will say this, that anybody is not armed is not free. And all the liberals that talk about, oh, well, more guns isn't going to help anything, look at Chicago. They had more deaths, gun deaths, this last year than the battlefield did in Afghanistan. And they've got the most restrictive rights in the country. So obviously that's a false pretense. Don't ever forget that we have to retain our Second Amendment rights to be free. Without that, there's nothing. We're going to be enslaved, and we're at their mercy. And I'm committing to always fighting for my rights, and I hope you all do the same. God bless you all. Anybody else? How you doing? I heard somebody say they're ashamed by this turnout today. I disagree with that. How many people here heard about this event all last week or the week before on CNN? No? How about MSNBC, ABC, CBS? You heard about it from your friends. You heard about it from people in the so-called evil gun community, the internet.
WRT, Grayville.
I will say this. I forgot to say, I'm Dan. I've been here in the Carolinas now for 20 years. I don't know if I want to admit this, but I came from the socialist state of California.
Well, you know you grow.
There is a saying, so goes California, so goes a nation. Let me tell you, look up California gun laws if you want to see what's in store for the rest of the country if we don't do something about it now. I am very proud to see this amount of people here today because there was no notice. I found out about this on Wednesday. I drove down from Charlotte. I have to admit, an hour and a half drive was better than 4 to Raleigh. Let me say this though. I heard a guy on the internet, I listened to him a few times by the name of Nutton. He's got a saying, there's 3 kinds of people in the world. There's wolves and there's sheep. For some reason, more and more people want to be sheep. And they want to have that cage tightened up around them, praying that the wolves don't come in. Why don't we just protect ourselves from the wolves in the first place? There's a 3rd kind of person, and that's all of us, and that is the sheepdog, to protect those sheep, to protect those children that were in that school. All I've heard on the news, all I've heard on MSNBC, CBS, you name it, is how you and I are supposed to be portrayed as some type of evil person because we believe in owning guns. I have a bad habit of hanging around on Saturdays with about 50 guys, all carrying, ouch, ARs, with hundreds of rounds. No one ever got killed. In the 30 years I've been shooting, no one's ever been killed. Let's all show up. Let's keep it. You heard all these other guys talking already. Pay attention, get on the internet, get on the groups, listen for the next event. We need to surround this building the next time. The only way you're going to win this battle and save this country is by showing up so the politicians are afraid. They know that if they do anything against gun rights, all 10 rights, that they're going to be voted out the next time. They can't get back in.
Write your politicians.
Keep writing? Yes, I agree. Gentlemen, let me ask a quick question. How many people here have ever been to a rally before? Raise your hand. A Second Amendment rally already. This is the first one I've ever heard of. It's the first one I've ever been to. I thought it was important enough to get off my lazy butt. My wife can attest to that. And I came here today because I thought it was important enough. I'm glad to see everybody here. Let's remind all those other citizens who would prefer to be sheep that a person with a gun is not a wolf. A person with a gun, a good, honest citizen with a gun is a sheepdog.
Sheepdog.
He is your best friend.
Good shepherd.
Exactly. We are the best friends, gentlemen in the uniform standing over here. We are not their enemy. We're their best friend. There have been a lot of good words already spoken today, and hold it up. There've been a lot of good words already spoken today, and I don't want to just repeat the same thing over and over again. I want to say thank you to everybody that was brave enough. My stomach's turning circles right now to get up here and talk today. I want to thank the young folks that came out in here today. They're the future. And I'll sign off with one last thing. Second Amendment wise, I've never had to pull a gun. I will tell you this, however. One day walking up a street, one evening I should say, it was dark. Across the street were 2 gentlemen. They were eyeballing me. They started to cross the street towards me. I don't know for sure, but they didn't look like they were going to be pleasant when they got to my position. I was wearing a jacket. I simply stared them straight in the eye and put my hand in my pocket. They both looked at each other and turned around and walked the other way quickly. So even the thought of having a gun on you, what do we have to, there's nothing to fear from a good, honest citizen. All of us here, we're all here because we carry guns. And not one of us here has ever gone out and killed anybody. Fear the politician who fears an honest citizen with a gun. Thank you very much.